About 100 years old. It is called a Tesla Coil. We don't really use them today for anything other than demonstrations, but this machine was originally designed, developed, and thought of by a guy named Nikola Tesla to send electricity through the air and give everyone free wireless electricity. So he invented it back in the 1890s, and although he didn't own this one, he probably saw it being demonstrated in Madison Square Garden in New York. Pretty cool. Now the way it works is first we plug it in and we turn it on. It doesn't actually make electricity. That would be impossible. What it does instead is it changes the form of the electricity. It takes out about 120 volts from the wall, and then by way of all those coils and a couple of things you can't see underneath, it increases that voltage up to about 300,000 or 400,000 volts of electricity. What does that do? Well, increasing the voltage is pretty much like increasing the pressure of the electricity and making it push more. By doing that, you can make it travel through the air, which it normally doesn't like to do because the air is a really bad conductor of electricity. So when I push this button, we can actually force it to move through the air because of that super high voltage it has. So that's cool, but we can't really see voltage, so why are we seeing this machine? Why are we seeing those big bolts? Well, what you're actually seeing with your eyes is you're seeing the air in front of you glowing. The air gets heated up to about 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about the temperature on the surface of the sun. Now when it gets heated that high, you actually just see the air glowing. And because it's getting so hot and it has so much energy, it expands really, really rapidly. When it does that, because it's expanding faster than the speed of sound, it makes little tiny sonic booms that you hear as crackling. That's the same thing that actually causes thunder, except here it's much, much, much smaller, and it's much closer, so you hear it right away. When you see lightning, you usually see it a long time before you hear the thunder, because that light is traveling at 185,000 miles a second to your eyes, but the sound is only traveling at about 770 miles per hour to your ears. So you see the light pretty much instantly, but you have to wait a second for the sound. So what we're seeing is the air glowing, what we're hearing is the air expanding, but that doesn't make for a very useful machine. We wouldn't want to just have something look cool, that's not really useful. This machine actually has something that's practical about it. When we fire it off, there's an invisible electric field that travels outward in every single direction from the top of it. Even though you can't see that field as a person, we can actually harness it and use it to power electronic devices. That's what we do with the sign here that says Tesla Coil. When I fire off the machine, that sign lights up, even though it has no batteries and is not plugged into the wall. All it has is a small antenna that gets that electromagnetic field and makes it light up.